All right, so figured I'd do a video to answer the questions rather than type them out. Um, so the first one, can we count on you to aggressively debate the incumbent District 6 Representative Randy Fine, even if he hides or won't appear in person or face to face? Then yes. I think that's crucial that we have debates and we have open forums for us to answer, for us to listen. But for him to even answer, hey, what have you done? What have you brought back as far as infrastructure? What have you done to actually help the communities? What bills have you signed on to? Hell, even today, he did not even sign on to the housing bill that was bipartisan within the Congress. So, you know, yes, we need to have a face-to-face debate and open forum. And if he's not going to be there, there'll be an empty chair waiting with his name, and we'll just talk. Number two, what role should we play in the Middle East, if any? Um, well, the main thing right now is we need to, one, get out of this war. Um, Understand that we've bit off more than we can chew and that we've lost. And pack up our ego and go. We need to re-examine what our relationship with Israel looks like as well, along with other countries that are committing war crimes across the world. And a few of them are in the Middle East. I think what we're seeing right now is a complete change and shift of what our kind of reach will look like. So I think over the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see bases close, troops come home, maybe even sooner than that, as a result of what we're seeing currently in the Middle East. But I think we need to realign. We need to back away. We definitely need to step away from Israel. That's funding, that's aid. We need to get our priorities in check, for one. And one of those was that we weren't delivering and giving weapons and aid to to countries that were committing war crimes. And we need to get back on that, and we need to make sure that our aid, our military, our defense weapons, offensive weapons are in the hands of people that are going to respect the rules of the world. So yes. If elected, would you vote to keep us out of these wars? Yes, I would. I think we have gone into wars for the completely wrong reason, especially over the last, really, the war on terror has been one big sweeping lie. And yes, we needed to make a statement about 9/11, but also at the same regard, that was also as a result of our meddling in things, especially in the Middle East. So, yes, I would vote to keep us out of these wars. I would make sure that we are choosing diplomacy and keeping our egos in check with this. Number four, is there anything in your past that could disrupt your campaign or holding office? No, there's not. Just leave it at that. There's not. Number five, how will you hold people accountable? So, for one, and it's part of my platform is accountability, that we will never achieve true affordability unless we have true accountability, and that's really the money behind our politics and the money behind our politicians. That's huge. We need to get our voice back. The only way that we will is by removing the corporate foreign entities that are currently ruling our representatives. Most of our representatives, especially our representative. We have to stop that. We have to stop stock trading. We have to pull and get our voice back, get the corporation's voice out. And that's how we get one level of accountability. The second level of accountability is keeping people accountable for their actions. And I think we've seen with this administration where that goes when there's zero accountability. And for me, we have to start at the bottom and work our way up. Okay. Does that mean I do not want to see Trump impeached? No. But let's think about how we need to go about that. And it's truly working through the administration first, through the cabinet, and really going after the lower tier. And then you just start smoking them out. And then we build the case to go after the president right now. But we need to hold accountability to the people within the cabinet first, and that's where it starts. So, yes, I will hold people accountable on multiple levels, including myself in this. And I think that is a thing that we often do not hear and gets missed is just self accountability and being in this position. Number 6, would you be able to sign a pledge to fight term limits? Or to fight for term limits, sorry. Yes, I already have. I believe in term limits. I believe there should be in place for the House of Representatives, for Senate, and for the Supreme Court. I've heard different versions and I've heard different reasons why certain people feel different ways with the length of time. Right now, I'm on the agreement of 3 terms for the U.S. House. That'll be 6 years. 2 terms for Senate. That'll be 12 years that somebody can run for this or run in Senate. And I think with Supreme Court, I'm torn of trying to figure out what that is, but it's definitely not a lifetime. Definitely not a lifetime. And we could find where that balance is for the Supreme Court because, there is time to get things done or time to serve. But yes, we do need term limits in place. Number 7, how do you feel about FIFA? And I'm assuming this is for soccer or football with the tournament going on, the World Cup going on right now. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't watch much with the World Cup unless it's like I'm there at a game, which that's the one big thing I am hearing out of this right now is and just seeing like the price of tickets. But I think that's a greater issue beyond FIFA. That's you look at the price of our tickets for any sporting event. The ones for the NBA Finals absolutely insane. Concerts right now are super expensive. I think it's a greater issue when we come to ticket prices, and just for the pricing of sports in general and entertainment in general right now. There's also some questions about FIFA with choosing their World Cup venues, like the countries, but also then my mind goes everywhere with this question. So I don't know like where you're going when asking about feeling about FIFA. I don't know. I think we have a greater problem than worrying about that sports organization. Number 8, where do you get your news? I'm all over the place. So I listen to breaking points every day. Drop site news, read through there, listen to them as well throughout the week. There's a lot of other independent sources that I'll bounce back and forth to. I watch Al Jazeera on a regular basis on YouTube. Also, sometimes just scroll through international news on YouTube, just watching for a little bit. The BBC I'll listen to every now and then. Hell, or even like watch Fox News as much as it pains me, but it allows me to understand where the other side comes from. What are they being told about a situation? I think that's key in anything, and I've done that for most of my life of balancing multiple news sources, especially with between like Fox and CNN, of hearing both sides of it, and I think that's how you can form your own free thought about things instead of staying in silos. So I definitely recommend, though. I can't talk enough about Breaking Points and Dropsite. Dropsite News is doing some amazing journalistic things now, that is lost in a lot of our news pieces. So I do recommend them. I'm worried about the future of our news, um, especially if these independent voices do get silenced over time. But we have people buying up news agencies now, or corporations, and I don't know how they. I mean, not like I don't know, when you have money behind news and corporations paying for different things behind the news, what messaging are you truly getting? Um, but that's the questions. I appreciate the time, and yeah, look forward to speaking to you all again. Thank you.